Hello, my name is Megan Boning, and I will be discussing anti-abortion extremism. To start, we will look at the history of the anti-abortion movement. It is important to recognize that abortion practices have been protested for many years. However, in 1973, when the Supreme Court ruled in favor for legalizing abortion across the country, peaceful picketing and sit-ins were soon replaced by violent tactics. After the ruling, protesters began engaging in harassment and blockading, which then escalated to even more extreme methods of protest. For instance, the first clinic arson occurred in 1976, the first bombing of a clinic in 1978, and the first murder of an abortion provider in 1993. Anti-abortion extremists utilize a variety of tactics to spread their agendas and beliefs. These tactics include murder, shootings, arson, bombings, butyric acid attacks, and anthrax attacks. The graph included in this slide shows the amount of attacks for each tactic as reported or obtained by the National Abortion Federation. Anti-abortion extremists also use tactics that are less violent but still cause equal damage, such as harassing physicians and patients, as well as engaging in acts that place shame on these individuals. For example, groups have printed pictures of abortion providers and patients entering abortion clinics, and they then display the pictures in their neighborhoods. Not only does this embarrass and shame individuals, but it can also cause them to lose their jobs, be banned from community events, and make them feel silenced. In addition, the number of abortion providers and the number of performed abortions has decreased, which are both due to a variety of factors, including increased violence. In order to receive a more in-depth understanding of anti-abortion extremism, we will look at two of the most popular and influential anti-abortion groups. The first group is Operation Rescue, which was founded in 1986 by fundamentalist preacher Randall Terry. Operation Rescue was created as a result of Terry and other demonstrators protesting the prison sentencing for a fellow protester. The group's main goal was to end the slaughtering of innocent babies. They believed that ending abortion would then allow them to be in control of America because they would have both authority and public momentum. In addition to ending abortion, they are also against gay people and the use of contraception. Despite their negative views, Operation Rescue claims to be nonviolent. This claim does not align with their tactics, however, since they often use methods that were close to being confrontational, such as printing out wanted signs for physicians and endorsing justifiable homicide for the murder of an abortion provider. The most popular tactic that the group used was blockading, which granted them national attention in 1988. Terry came up with a strategy of blockading the entrances of abortion clinics because sit-ins were already popular, and he viewed his new proposed tactic as a biblically correct act of repentance for Christianity. Operation Rescue's popularity did not last for very long, though. Their leader, Terry, was sentenced to prison in 1990 for trespassing and unlawful assembly, which caused the group to fall. Keith Tucci took over the group and changed the name to Operation Rescue National, but the new group was not successful. In 1999, the group changed its name again to Operation Save America by the new leader, Reverend Philip Benham. The group claimed to have changed its name in order to reflect their additional views, but scholars believe that the name changes are actually due to other factors, such as dodging the government and carrying out illegal activities, and then denying they engage in such activities. The second anti-abortion extremist group is the Army of God. Scholars are unsure when this group was created, however they are believed to have developed in 1988 when anti-abortionists came up with the group during their imprisonment for protesting at the Democratic National Convention. To them, legalized abortion is a violation of the most basic form of Christianity, so anyone who is involved in carrying out abortions are considered sinful and murderous. In addition, they are also against contraception, gay people, and Muslims. These extremist views are a result of teachings from Christian Reconstruction, apocalyptic Catholicism, and Christian identity. Although this group is considered an extremist organization, many scholars are unsure if they agree with this distinction. Instead, they believe that the Army of God is a shared set of beliefs and enemies because many members do not communicate or know each other, and there are no leaders. Their unusual structure allows for a few key unknown leaders to exploit the majority of members by using single acts of violence to motivate them. Most members are white males who have criminal backgrounds and have the status of being a misfit. Finally, the Army of God created a manual that describes how to carry out their tactics, including blockading, acid attacks, arson, and bomb making. It also explains that the ultimate act for stopping abortion is to kill providers. For more recent events, in 2014, David Alladin and Sandra Merritt attended the National Abortion Conference, where they secretly recorded conversations with abortion providers. From these recordings, they developed videos that accused Planned Parenthood of illegally selling body parts from aborted fetuses. Their fake videos sparked additional violence, such as death threats to abortion providers, arson fires that damaged or destroyed abortion clinics, a murder rampage at a clinic in Colorado, and calls to end federal funding of Planned Parenthood. Before establishing solutions for ending anti-abortion violence, it is important to understand the context surrounding abortion in our society. One major influence is the Catholic Church, which owns a multitude of health and social service institutions in our country. The Catholic Church is able to restrict accessibility of abortion services by threatening to take away funding and by not allowing referrals for abortions in their hospitals. Additionally, wealthy religious fundamentalists, conservative philanthropic organizations, and corporate magnates all share an alliance that they use to influence federal and state laws regarding abortion practices. From these factors, scholars believe that there needs to be a multidimensional and integrated approach for solving anti-abortion extremism, as well as other forms of extremism. On the individual level, people can get involved by contacting their local legislators about laws regarding abortion. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you learn more about anti-abortion extremism.